Hello, welcome back, Bismart Kid. My name is Ratifa. Welcome back to Basic English Book 1. And now we go chapter 13 and chapter 14. Chapter 13 it says sentences and chapter 14 says punctuation. So let's start with sentences. What is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words that expresses a complete thought. A sentence must have a subject and a verb, but it may or may not have an object. We have a table here which has subject, verb, and object. Sally is making a doll. Sally is a subject or a name. Is making is a verb or action, what is done by Sally. And object, it receives the verb. So, Sally is making a doll. Wendy and Kim are fighting. This doesn't have object. The hedgehog held it up. Maggie is reading a book. It is raining. Dad cooked dinner. I am flying a kite. We are eating our breakfast. They are washing the dishes. The dentist is examining Susan's teeth. The odd couple have no children. Janet screamed. All words around here are subjects, and all around here are verbs. Here, all are objects. A sentence that makes a statement begin with a capital letter and ends with a period. First, we have capital letter, sentences, subject or verb. Last, have period. Don't forget to subscribe for this part. Let's see kinds of sentences. There are 5 kinds of sentences. First is declarative sentence. Makes a statement. Examples: the children are swimming. The telephone rang. Everyone sat down. Richard is feeding the hens. Those are the examples of declarative sentence, and you can make yours. Second, an interrogative sentence asks a question. Where are the twins? Are you going shopping today? What is your name? What is Richard doing? Those are some examples of an interrogative sentence, but you can make yours. Third, an exclamatory sentence expresses a strong emotion. The silly girl. How stupid I am. What lovely weather. Some examples of exclamatory sentence. Fourth and the last is an imperative sentence. Gives an order. Please sit down. Tell me the truth. Speak up. Come back. Don't forget to subscribe for this part. Now let's see the imperative. Use the best form of a verb to give commands or make direct requests. This use of the verb is called imperative. Examples: okay, children, open your books to page 25. Stand, everyone. Tidy your bedroom immediately. Choose a partner. Eat plenty of vegetables. Find some nice round peppers. Come back soon. Take a sandwich. Come and look at this, Tom. Imperatives are very direct way of telling people to do something. Use do or please before an imperative is more polite. Please come in. Do sit down. Do check these figures again. Please help yourself to some food. Please don't change anything on my computer. You can also use the helping verb would to sound polite. For example, please, would you clear the table? Would you please talk quietly? So, you can put would after please or before the please. Don't forget to subscribe for that. Now, have an exercise. Look at the groups of words below. Do you know which are sentences and which are not? Put a check mark in the space next to the sentence and an X to the other words groups. First, Mrs. Chen is a good teacher. Second, not well today. Third, do the work yourself. Fourth, how are you? Fifth, basic rules of grammar. Sixth, bread and butter. 7. Welcome to the National Zoo. 8. Brush his teeth. 9. Toys in the box. 10. More than one. 11. What is the time now? 12. Sit down. 13. Please come here. 14. Mark is sleeping. 15. Open the door. So, I'm going to give you 2 examples. First, Mrs. Chen is a good teacher. That's a sentence. So, put a mark. And this fourth, how are you? We got to put an X because it's not a sentence. It is a question, not a sentence. Don't forget to subscribe for that size. Now we have the subject and the object. The subject of a sentence sometimes does something to someone or something else. The person or thing that received the action is called the object. Examples: Dad is cooking supper. We have built a sand castle. And here we also have a table which has subject, verb, and object. Susan has bought a painting. Hannah is reading her book. The twins climbed the hill. James stroked the cat. Mom is holding the baby. Jacob is making a kite. They were playing football. I am writing a story. Emma crossed the street. You have forgotten your umbrella. So, all words around here are subjects, and all around here are verbs. All around here are objects. Don't forget to subscribe for that. Now we have direct and indirect objects. Some verbs have two objects. The direct object receives the action of the verb, and the indirect object tells to whom or for whom the action is done. We have indirect object and direct object. Direct object is already done, but indirect he is saying. So, Dad bought James a bike. Here we also have a table which has subject, verb, direct object, and direct object. The bank lends people money. Edson is making her doll a dress. I am writing Grandma a letter. Grandma is reading Diana a story. Andrew gave his dog a bone. We left you some food. Joshua is showing us his thumbs. Miss Lee found Alice a chair. All the words around here are subjects. All around here are verbs. All around here are direct objects. Around here are direct objects. The object usually comes before the direct object. So, don't forget to subscribe for this part. Exercise 1. Read the following sentences, then draw a line under the subject and a circle around the objects. First, Annie has drawn a panda. Second, they are playing table tennis. Third, little cat knows the alphabet well. Fourth, Dad bought a computer. Fifth, I am writing a letter. Sixth, birds have feathers. Seventh, the workman built a house. Eighth, Samantha has a pretty doll. Ninth, the children received one gift each. 10th, do you know the answer? So I'm going to give you one example, which is the first question. When you say Annie is subject and a panda is a object. So don't forget to subscribe for this exercise 1. Now let's see the exercise 2. There are 2 objects in each sentence. Draw a line under the direct object and a circle around the indirect object. I hope this exercise is simple, so I'm not going to give you an example. So first, Dad gave Dave a present. Second, Mom is making the children a meal. Third, Mr. Thomas bought them ice cream cones. Fourth, I sent Annie a birthday card. Fifth, Granny told us a story. Sixth, the waiter brought the guests their drinks. Seventh, can I get you a sandwich? Eighth, the police officer showed us the way to the museum. Don't forget to subscribe for those exercises. We have positive and negative sentences. A positive sentence tells you that something is so. A sentence that tells you something is not so is called a negative sentence. It contains a negative word like not, never, no, no one, nobody, none, or a negative verbs like isn't or can or won't. We have yes and no. Here we have a table with positive sentence and negative sentences. Peter is running. In negative will be he is not working. We should tell the truth. In negative is we should never tell lies. Everyone is in the garden. In negative form is there is no one in the house. The fridge is empty. In negative form will be there is nothing in it. It is very cloudy. In negative is it isn't sunny. I have sold the last newspaper. In negative form is I have no newspaper left. Someone has eaten all the cookies. A negative form will be there are none in the bag. So, a negative form, it can be shorter than the positive sentence. Example, I have sold the last newspaper. A negative form is I have no newspaper left. So you see, here it is a long sentence and here it is just a short sentence. Or we say short and clear. Don't forget to subscribe for that. Now we have questions. There are two kinds of questions. Yes or no questions and WH questions. You ask yes or no question to get yes or no as the answer. Use the verbs be, have, or do, or any helping verb to ask yes or no questions. Can you swim? Yes. Is it raining? No. Are they coming? No. May I come in? Yes. In questions, the helping or auxiliary verbs come before the subject of the sentence. When be and have are used as ordinary verbs, they come before the subjects too. Here we have a statement. Here we have a question. Jim is ill today. Is Jim ill today? She has an older brother. Has she an older brother? The cats want to be fed. Do the cats want to be fed? We should go now. Should we go now? It will rain tomorrow. Will it rain tomorrow? You may use my computer. May I use your computer? Cat can ride a bike. Can cat ride a bike? Here are some different ways of asking the same question. We have, has he a sister called Jen? Second, does he have a sister called Jane? Third, has he got a sister called Jen? Those are the different ways of asking the same question. As you see, there's the same question because here there's called Jane, called Jane, called Jane. So all are the same question but the different ways. Here we have WH question. Usually include the verbs be, have, do, or any of the helping verbs. To ask for facts, use the question words what, which, whom, how, when, where. The helping verbs in WH questions usually come before the subject. So, does the verb be when it is used an ordinary verb. Where are you? What is David saying? How did you get here? Why was the girl crying? Which color do you prefer? Who is she going to invite her party? Whom is she going to invite to her party? What is your problem? When do the stores open in the morning? Where shall I put this box? Where? What have you done to my computer? How am I going to finish all this work? What would you like for dinner? Whose dictionary is this? If the WH question words is subject of the question, it comes before the verb. For example, who told you that? What made you change your mind? Exercise 1. And don't forget to subscribe for that part. So, write short answers to the following question. Example: is he tall? Yes, is. First, do you know the answer? Yes, dash. Second, is Sarah at home? No, dash. Third, do they know any grammar? Yes, dash. Fourth, are all of you coming to my house this evening? Yes, dash. Fifth, is Mrs. Chan your English teacher? No, dash. Sixth, can you dance? No, dash. Exercise 2. Fill in the blanks with correct question words from the box. The words in the box are where, when, why, how, whose, what, who, and which. First, dash is your house. Second, dash, wallet is this. Third, dash, are you always late? Fourth, dash wrote this book. Fifth, dash of the two boys is smarter. Sixth, dash size do you wear? Seventh, dash old is he? Eighth, dash is Jeff going to get a haircut? So I'm going to give you one example, which is question number 7. Here the answer is how old is he? That was the end of our chapter 13, and don't forget to subscribe for that chapter 13. Now we have chapter 14, which is punctuation. Punctuation marks are signs such as periods, commas, and question marks. You see them in sentence to make the meaning clear. Let's start with the period. You put a period at the end of our sentence. For example, here the period is this one here. Or we can say a full stop. He drew a horse here. Albert is my good friend. The period is here. Please don't be late. The period is here. The bird is sitting on a branch. The period is here. It is snowing heavily today. The period is here. There's a rainbow in the sky. The period is here. This big house belongs to a rich man. The period is here. I can swim. Here's the period. Ethan is good at drawing. The period is here. They all enjoyed playing baseball. The period is here. Don't forget to subscribe for this. Now we have comma. Use a comma between nouns and noun phrases in a list. I bought 2 apples, 3 oranges, and some grapes. He enjoys tennis, badminton, skating, and football. At school, we study English, math, science, history, and geography. Use commas between adjectives when you use several of them to describe something. A giraffe is a tall, long-necked, long-legged animal. He is tall, handsome, smart, and ambitious young man. Use a comma after yes and no before please in sentence. You also use a comma before or after the name of the person you are speaking to. For example, goodbye, George. Here we have a comma. No, it has stopped. Here is the comma. Good morning, sir. Here we have a comma. Can you tell me what is time, please? Here we have a comma. Yes, it is 3:15, George. We have 2 commas, here and here. Commas are used to show where there is the brief pause. For example, unfortunately, she injured her knee skiing. See, we have a comma here. She was in the bedroom listening to music on the radio. Here we have our comma. That was the end of comma. Don't forget to subscribe for that. We have exclamation point. An exclamation point is often used after command, an interjection, or a word that shows surprise or anger. Have sit down. Oh dear, what a surprise! You are fired. I told you not to do that. Quiet. Put the knife down. Help! Help! Ick! A ghost! Stop him! Don't forget to subscribe for this exclamation point. A question mark. Use a question mark after a question. For example, how are you? Here is our question mark. What's your name? How many stamps do you have? Where do they come from? Who has taken my pen? Can you lend me your bicycle? Where are you going? Why are you always late? What's the meaning of this word? Do you know the answer to this problem? We have apostrophe. Use an apostrophe with an S to show who owns something. The apostrophe then S is added after a singular nouns or names. For example, this is Peter's bed and that is Michael's bed. A squirrel's tail is big and bushy. We all like mom's cooking. Commanders clears everybody's plates after dinner. John's dog is very friendly. All the pupils have a month's vacation in June. I spent the evening at David's playing video games. I took a ride in Tom's car. Father is holding Susie's hand. Jan is wearing her mother's shoes. We are going to our auntie's house. There is a bird's nest in that tree. Our dog's color is brown. Is this Portland's tallest building? Follow the name's rules. When a name or a singular noun ends in S, write the apostrophe first and then add another S. The princess's golden ball fell into a well. A rhinoceros' skin is very thick. That is at his boss's part. For the plural nouns that ends in S, put the apostrophe after the S. Examples: birds' beak are all different shapes and sizes. Miss Lee is marking her pupils' work. That is my parents' wedding photo. Dresses are upstairs in the ladies' department. Henry goes to a boys' school. Dr. Kim parked his car in the doctor's parking lot. My brother's bedroom are always messy. The girls' bedrooms are usually dirty. A flood has destroyed all the farmers' crops. Some plural nouns do not end in S. Just add apostrophe S to these plural nouns. For example, there are slides and swings and seesaws in the children's playground. The men's changing rooms is occupied. The bookstore sells newspapers, comics, and women's magazines. Doctors look after people's health. You can also refer to a person's office or shop by using an possessive form with an apostrophe. For example, I'll buy some bread at the baker's. I was reading a book at the dentist's. It's time you went to the barber's. You can also refer to your friend's home in the same way. I'm going next door to Peter's. I stayed the night at Susan's. How do you make a possessive form of two peoples joined by and, such as Peter and John or Mary and Annie? Put S only after the second name. For example, Barbara and David's house. Jill and Andy's party. These possessive forms of names and nouns can be used without foreign noun. For example, which desk is Susan's? George's is in the back row. This room is my brother's. The apostrophe can also be used to show that one or more letters in a contraction have been left out. For example, I finished my math, but I haven't finished my spelling. We'll come to your party, but Sue won't be able to come. He goes to the library. Dad wasn't at home, and the children weren't at home either. I don't like potatoes, and Susan doesn't like tomatoes. I didn't watch which way I was going, and I can't find my way home. We're late because we couldn't find your house. Mom's finished her shopping, but she wasn't gone through the checkout line yet. Examples: Mary like cats as pet, but she wouldn't like a toddler. You are taller than Peter, but you aren't as tall as I am. The words has and is are often shortened to apostrophe s after a noun or proper noun. For example, the mail has arrived. The mails arrived. Sally is here. Sally is here. Don't forget to subscribe for that. Exercise 1. Read the punctuation marks from the box to complete the following sentences. First, he hates cheese. Second, who is your teacher? 3. Stop that man. 4th, keep quiet. 5th, good morning, madam. 6th, George, are you okay? 7th, Peter, David, and Susan are playing hide and seek. 8th, Mom bought meat, fish, and vegetables at the supermarket. 9th, what is the time now? 10th, Annie is a pretty girl. I'm going to give you one example, which is question number 9. What is the time now? So here, we'll put a question mark because this is a question. Don't forget to subscribe for this exercise. Now let's see exercise 2. Complete the following sentences by writing the apostrophe in the correct place. This is Peter's bike. Second, Paul can't find his shoes. Third, Miss Lee is marking the pupils' papers. Fourth, they are all on the children's playground. Fifth, don't make so much noise. Sixth, Doctors take care of people's health. 7. They are having a game of tennis. 8. Jack doesn't look well. So here, I'm going to give you one example, which is question number 5. Don't. Here's the don't. We put apostrophe between N and T. Here. There, already put our apostrophe. So, this is the end of our lesson and the end of our basic English grammar 1 for English language learners. So, with the end, so here have younger students at beginning to the intermediate levels will greatly benefit from this step-by-step approach to English grammar basics. This is the ideal supplement to your language arts programs, whether you are studied students and native English speakers or beginning English language learners. Skills specific lessons make it easy to locate and prescribe instead reinforcement intervention. Here we have illustrated lessons are tightly focused on core concepts of grammar. Nearly 7 practice exercises are included for reading reinforcement. A wealth of examples are provided on the topics. Concise explanations are boosted by extra grammar tips and useful language notes. So, don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends or family members. Once again, my name was Ratifa. See you next time. Bye.